Okay, see how I got this ratchet? It's being held here and I'm using the breaker bar to break it free. Yeah. It's coming. Yeah, I should be able to use this. Hopefully I'll be able to take the back of this and smack it out like that. Okay, I'm just gonna set this bolt right here, and this bottom bolt's done. It's ready to come out. You just pop it out like that, and while I'm here, I'm gonna go ahead and get this side too on the lower bolts. It's the same thing, 18 millimeter. You got this ratchet up against here, holding it on the axle. I'm just going to loosen this nut. Take it and give it a smack. And that one's out. Okay, the bottom ones are done. Okay, I don't know if you guys can see this or not. I'm in a bad spot. But as you can see, right here, in that little hole right there, I'm going to stick my ratchet, through here, and you can look up through this little hole right here and you can see where my ratchet is. See that? I'm just going to hold here with this. Hopefully I can hold it and I can get it to, because if you notice when I turn that, you see how this turns? So I'm going to try to hold it right here and do it. I could hold this and turn the ratchet, but I'm going to try to make the ratchet where it holds against the rail. And I'm going to try to turn this because this is all connected. Maybe I can just turn it off this way. Let me try that. I think this was working. Yep. And she's out. I just went inside and got my grinder. I'm just going to try zipping this off. Try to go in from the back side. Break off. That's what I wanted. Well, anyway, I got it. Okay, got my shocks off. This one I could get out pretty easy. This one this is the one I had to take a grinder and cut that sucker off to get it off. Anyway, this is how it came off. Normally this is where the frame is. There's a hole there, and there's see how these rubber pieces face in and they get bigger. These fit inside the hole of the frame. So it goes washer, grommet, that holds inside the hole, grommet, washer, nut. Okay, now on this particular type, you know, when it was up there, I thought that this was a place to stick a wrench on, but really it's not. It's just rounded. So I was trying to get a wrench in there, but let me show you. Let me get this grommets out of the way. As you can see, there's a flat spot there and a flat spot there. Normally when you're taking this nut off, you can stick a wrench in there, hold this part. But what I did was I stuck my wrench in there, a ratchet wrench, and you can see that like all this shaft and this piece is all welded together. So the way I got this one off was I stuck my wrench up top and held it, and I just turned this part and it unscrewed it. That's the way I got this one off. This one, I couldn't do that with that one. That wasn't successful. Tried holding it with a wrench, tried vice grips, tried a bunch of stuff, and I just couldn't get it to work. So I just decided to run in and get my grinder and take 2 minutes and just zip right through it with a grinder, and that worked out real easy. So anyway, normally though you hold this part while you take the nut off here, but I found out that you can hold this part with a wrench and just turn the whole thing and it'll unscrew itself. That's what I did. Well, hope that makes sense. Got my new shocks. Okay, as you can see, I got my kit. It came with 2 washers, 2 rubberized, I don't know if these would be grommets or what you call them, but little rubber pieces. Got 2 of those, got a little bushing. This bushing goes in here. Just kind of hold it in place right there like that. And to get it ready, you grab 1 washer, and I'm going to slip that washer on the end here. It's going to go slip that on. You want the bushing to this little round part should fit inside the metal plate that's your frame. So you basically want the bottom one fitting in like that, top one fitting in like this. So let me push this on. Had to push that on. Slip that one on. Now this is ready to go in the car. You're going to slip this up through, put the bolt in the bottom, and then you'll slip this over the top. And but this is how you prep it to go in, just like that. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and slip this one in real quick, hopefully. Yeah, that was way too hard. Okay. Just going to snug this up. Okay. Alright. Well, the bottom side's done. Now, I'm going to have to slip this on top, then slip this on top, and put the nut on. Hopefully. Okay, I got it started. Same thing. I'm just holding this and I'm going to do this with a deep well socket for a second. Let me go find that. Right there you can see my fingers, and I got the socket right here on the bolt. I'm looking through this little hole in the frame here, but it's hard to show you guys. So I'm just tightening it up with the ratchet, deep well socket 9/16. First to turn, I'm just going to hold it here. If it turns. Okay. Alright, got my two 18mm ratchets, got the bolt, got the hardware kit for the shock. I'm going to leave this, it's easier to install this thing if you leave the wire on. Just makes it a little easier. I slipped on the, there's a double washer and a double, there's a double washer and a double grommet thing. So I already slipped the washer on, and the grommet slid it on. Now these two I'll do from the top, but just for now I got it set up like this. I'm going to slide this bushing. There's a bushing in here. Slide that bushing in, and now I'm going to line this up to go in the hole. And first I'm going to slip this bolt on. Okay. It's easier to I'm going to let this down, and I'm going to snug this up. I'm just going to use the axle to hold the ratchet and just start snugging. Let me get this up and kind of into lined up. Okay, that's pretty snug. Okay. Now when I cut this, I'm going to line this up and it should push it into place. Where my cutter's at. And that's pushing it up, just guide it in. It should go right in. And it did. There's that. I want to cut this side out too. And she's out. Okay. Now, let's snug this up while it's in place. That ought to be good. Alright. The bolts in down the bottom. Got it lined up top here. Now it's just a matter of putting the grommet, the washer, and the nut. I got to reach around the frame and stick it up there. Well, I've got the I've got to slip this over the top. You can't really see it from here, but it's a 9/16, and I got it on.